Hello and welcome to another video. In this one we're talking a little bit about Bash and Bash scripting, and a thing that kind of surprised me a lot when I was working in Bash is that if statements aren't special syntax, but they're actually a shell built in, and it used to be a shell executable. Anyway, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's open up a little shell script. Let's just say user bin bash and our normal header here. I'm going to write an if statement here. Let's say we had a variable named x, which had the value 1, and we wanted to say that if x is equal to 1, then we would, print or echo hello world, else, wait, why is this not syntax highlighting properly? Oh, I wrote t.py. Hang on a sec, let me put this in an actual shell script. T.ch, there we go. Now it's highlighting properly. Echo, no, fi. Okay, so this is the basics of an if statement in Bash, and you might be surprised to learn that this syntax here is not actually, if statement syntax. This is actually an executable named Backslash. Now in Bash, it's, it has been replaced by a shell built-in because, calling executables is slow. But in older shells, it actually called out to this executable that lives here. And so if you see bin backslash and we do, $x eq1 and then a closing backslash here, invalid integer empty string. All right, we have to actually set x to a value. You'll see that this will, print or return 0 when it does equal that, and return non-zero when it doesn't equal that. So all that the if statement is doing here is calling this shell built-in, or calling this executable, and deciding which branch to take based on the return value of that. Which it's kind of it was a little mind-blowing to me to see that like bin backslash is a thing here. I think you can also access it by doing this. Which backslash? Yeah, and you'll see bin backslash or user bin backslash. Or sorry, open square bracket. I've been saying backslash, but I meant square bracket this whole time. So the square bracket actually has a name, and it has a different executable that you can call it with, and that executable is bin test. Test works the same way as backslash, except it doesn't require, I think it actually errors if this this closing bracket is there. So if you do bin test $x-eq1, and then let's just do echo $, you'll see that it does equal 1 or it doesn't equal 1. So this bin test is actually how the oh, that's weird, how the if statement stuff is actually implemented. Bash also has has another version of this, which is square bracket. I said backslash again, dang. There's also square bracket, which is another built-in in Bash. Oh, it's a shell keyword. Okay, so it's different than a built-in. This is actual Bash syntax, unlike the single square bracket. I actually don't know enough about Bash scripting to tell you more about the double square bracket, other than it works similar to this, but it supports more operators and more nice things, and it's newer and specific to Bash, whereas this works in old shells as well. And if you want to learn, all the options that you can get here, you will look up the man page for the executable test. So if you do man test, you can find all of the different expressions here. And honestly, whenever I write Bash, I spend quite a bunch of time in this man page. So I usually prefer to write scripts in not Bash because, it's writing if statements and loops in Bash are a little bit tricky, and there's a lot of pitfalls that other scripting languages do much better. So I often find writing a Python script much better than writing a Bash script. But anyway, that's open square bracket and how you can find all of the different operations using man test, and a little bit of history about where that square bracket comes from. Anyway, hopefully you found this useful. If you want me to explain additional things, leave a comment below or reach out to me on the various platforms. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.